Today I'm not going to talk about ME or any subjects related to that, and I'm going to talk about Alzheimer's. And this month, World Alzheimer's Month, and the other day on the 21st, I believe, yeah, when is World Alzheimer's Month? World Alzheimer's Month takes place every September, and World Alzheimer's Day is on 21st of September each year. I never even knew there was an awareness month or anything like that, but there seems to be with every disease. So, and I thought it was quite apt as this looks like a bit like a Tesco site, I think. Today, my dad, he got diagnosed and confirmation that he's got Alzheimer's disease through CT scans and all the rest of it. It's not something that I don't think it comes as any surprise, like to the family or friends or anything like that, because he has lost quite a bit of like cognitive function, and he's 87-year-old, and the thing is that Alzheimer's is not going to kill him, but cancer is. But I just thought it would be an interesting idea just to talk about Alzheimer's, and I mean the devastation that it's caused our family is loads. It's just one of those things that really is a terrible effect, destroys people. And it used to be said that people who don't use the brain as much as they tend to get Alzheimer's disease. There's also been the aluminium pots and pans theory and many other things, and basically they haven't got a clue what causes Alzheimer's apart from it's age related somewhere along the line. So when Dad was, going back about 15 years, because my dad worked well into his 70s. He used to do gardening for a gynecologist, and he was very seriously ill with Alzheimer's disease, and it just shows that this disease is not it's indiscriminate. It doesn't anybody can get Alzheimer's disease at any time in their life, but obviously over 65s are like the target audience, if you like. When my mother died of it, and we first noticed that there was like differences in it. For example, I used to have friends around, and when I was living at home, and there was one day, and she used to do this pie. It was absolutely delicious, steak and kidney pies or something like that. It was really nice, and veg and all the rest of it. And the thing was that she came out with the veg, and I says, "Well, where's the pie at?" And she forgot to put the pie in, and it took about an hour and a half. So in between that, she had an hour and a half to think about it, and she still didn't. And and just before I met Miranda, my granddad died, and Mum and Granddad were very, very close. And the thing with it, she didn't really show that much emotion. It was usually she would be devastated, and yet it just didn't have any impact as much as you would think. And so anyway, that was like the first signs that she started to introduce to the family, and sometimes it's very sad illness. It really is. As I say, it destroys people. And but the one thing is, there are funny moments in it, and one of them was when I was courting Miranda, and we went in parents' house, and and Mum's saying, "Where have you put me pots and pans?" And we just looked at each other, and I says, "Wait, there's no way. Why would I take your pots and pans? I don't have any need for them." As if you're going to take pots and pans and that, and hide them. And she was saying, "I've lost the pots and pans." I said, "Well, I haven't got them." I says, "Why would I take them?" And it was stupid things like that. And she started with I think she was about 58 or 59 when this came about, and it was just a terrible, it was a terrible ordeal. And then she thought that, I'll show some of these photos. So it's when you look back on these, his mum and dad, and when you see, I think my mum was about 22, 23 when she got married, and then you see like all the photos leading up to death and things like that. It's absolutely it's devastating. And and another person that is, I've got two people who I'm very close to, that dad, and this is my aunt, and she's 84, I think, and now she's developed Alzheimer's as well, and it's just a very, very this is only a few years ago, and my dad was all right then. So and with my mother, she was a very placid woman, but she used to try and attack me and Miranda sometimes. It was just like, and she was only about 5 foot, and she was like banging on my chest and things like that. It was like, really, you couldn't help laughing, but it's very sad. And this illness can take us all, on the death certificate, it was put she has pneumonia. Pneumonia was never mentioned, and this was in 2010, so it's 14 years coming up. And secondary Alzheimer's disease. And I was arguing at 4 o'clock in the morning when she died that it was Alzheimer's disease that she died from. And they used to have this Liverpool pathway in hospital, which is the most ridiculous thing. It's just stupid. And he said she'd be dead within 24 hours, and it actually went on for 96 hours. It was absolutely horrendous death. But so I mean, with these things, there's all sorts of there's all sorts of like sort of symptoms with it. There's language issues. With my mother, she couldn't speak properly, and this was just not too long before she died, and it was she died at 66. So it was horrible. The last couple of years, especially, it was a terrible ordeal for all of us, and it's a big miss in the family, is like mothers often are. But with my dad, he's I asked the doctor today whether how long has he got with Alzheimer's disease. He said if it was just Alzheimer's disease, he would have could even hope to have 8 to 10 years. But he said my dad's also got prostate cancer, which a lot of like elderly men do get, but with dad it's gone to the bladder as well, so it's spreading quickly, and that's what's going to get him. And the only thing is that what you have to do is you just have to make people comfortable as possible. And when things like pain and that, have to give morphine, and I would think. But you see, with where there's a lot of different symptoms, even though that there are similar. I think like my dad will repeat things 5 minutes later, and I get that with my aunt as well. That seems to be quite a common thing, that you can't remember what happened, but like say, if I asked them the same question the next day, then you can remember what happened, but you cannot remember the 5 minutes previous, and that's it's a very difficult process. But my dad's not where my mother, like when angry and things like that. My dad's still quite placid. He always has been, really. But yes, and the people you love, and that it's a very difficult thing to take when you're seeing people get elderly, and they don't have a nice life. For many people, they just they go into these. I think the brain degenerates anyway after a certain age, and and this especially. But with with each of them, like me aunt, mum, and dad, there are three. There's still differences between all of them, but the mother's with early onset Alzheimer's disease, that's supposed to be the most vicious, and that's what I've seen as well. Where it's absolutely. She was paranoid. She thought people were watching her. Where my parents used to live, it was near a motorway, and she used to go out without any clothes on, and the neighbours used to come in. And the neighbours know my parents for many years, and they just used to, say to Dad, "Oh, she's gone out again," and all this type of thing, and he had to come and get her, but he was never getting any sleep. She used to scream the night away, and he was totally exhausted with it and that, and it's a horrible, horrible illness, one of the worst that you can suffer from, I think. So anyway, that just thought I'd share those thoughts, because I'm sure some of you people who watch these videos, that you maybe have similar issues in your family, and it's so destroying and devastating, and you can lose your world. And I mean, my dad did really just, they'd been married for over 40 years, and when you've been married that long, and they've been with each other for the best part of 50 years. So it's, when something like that's taken away from you, you just don't know where to turn. And it's my dad's always been a good writer, as in he writes a lot, and I've just recently found some of his writing around at that period of time, and it's about how destroyed he is, and he never get over it and all this type of thing, and probably never really has. But anyway, that's me for now, and I wouldn't say I hope you've enjoyed this video, but I hope you found it educational, if you like. So thanks for watching.